Wenn ihr wirklich lachen möchte, ja, dann schauen Sie die Corona-Aufarbeitungssendung von Markus Lanz an. Von Donnerstag, 10. April. Schau dich das an. Wow. Wow, people. I laughed for an hour and 20 minutes, not because it was so hilarious, but because it was so insane. Like, it was so insane to watch, okay? So check this out. Markus Lanz, for everybody that doesn't know, Markus Lanz is our state propaganda hardline questioner, right? So he has a talk show that's called Markus Lanz. So he's supposed to be the guy who asks the critical questions from the politicians and blah, blah, blah. It's all propaganda. There's never any real hard questions. They have to stay within a certain framework. It's basically like Stasi TV. You know what I mean? We know that. And the people who don't live here wouldn't know that. But that's kind of, I'm trying to tell you kind of like what the guy is. So most of the time, you can kind of compare it to The View or, you know, to the shit in the States that Joy reads, the regular mainstream media, where they always have people on that agree with each other. You know, so usually Markus Lanz is like everybody agrees, right? Sometimes there's somebody they hate, like an AfD politician or somebody who's critical of the Ukraine war spending and shit, and you know, has good things to say about Russia. Then it's like 4 against 1 on there. It's propaganda. It's all set into scene. You know what I mean? Really. It's really not a critical show. But this time, they were doing the COVID talk. We're 5 years late here, okay, but fine, okay? So the Corona-Aufarbeitungsgespräch, and the people that are on there, surprise, surprise, are all the people that failed throughout the whole pandemic, that gave all the wrong instructions, that were on the completely wrong side, and now they get to come on and explain to us how we got it all wrong. The people, no, we were right all along. Sorry. It's fucking crazy. So you've got Karl Lauterbach, the minister of health, right? Like the Fauci of Germany, okay? You've got him, okay? And then you've got the Frau Bux. Miss Bux is the president of the Ethical Commission. Right? So it's them two against 2 dudes. One of them's a virologist in Germany. He was a virologist in Germany when the pandemic was here, right? And the other one is some politician from the CDU. And they're the ones that are kind of attacking the Ethics Commission lady and Karl Lauterbach, the health minister, right? Kind of, you know. But what gets me about these people is they were here when the pandemic was going on, and now they're talking about all these things that they found critical, and they didn't agree with having children fucking vaccinated. They didn't agree with all the crusades against the unvaccinated. They didn't agree with all the mandates and the shutdowns, and you know, they weren't really about forcing the vaccine. Well, where the fuck were they when the fucking shit was going on? It's great that they're out there 5 years later going, well, we think that was pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? But at least they're on the right side now, okay? They know they're not going to get any accountability. They're not going to see any punishment. They're not going to see any accountability for anything. So it's safe for them to get on Markus Lanz and pretend like they fucked up, right? But the people that are the most important people to say they fucked up is Karl Lauterbach, the health minister, and this ethics commission president. They're the people that should really be saying, yeah, wow, we got a whole bunch of shit wrong. You know, we used a bunch of phrases like killer virus and killer variant. And the Karl Lauterbach, the minister of health here, even said, on TV, he said, the fucking vaccines have no side effects, people. I don't know what's going on. Why would somebody not want to take a free vaccine with no side effects? What? And he's still the fucking health minister. And now he gets on Markus Lanz and he's telling us all about how, well, come on. I would say that again because we didn't want to, have people mistrust the vaccine. Great. Now people are paralyzed. People have died from it. People have died with heart fucking problems. Kids have died from it. Sport people have died from it and gotten sick from it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. Really, these people are horrible demons. They should be in prison. Right? They should be in prison. Now, we know they're not going to go to prison, but they should at least have some consequence. No, instead, they're still in their same jobs, still sitting there telling the people that we're all dumb as shit and they got it all right. It's unbelievable. These people live on a different fucking planet, okay? Karl Lauterbach is a moron. When he talks, you feel like you're talking to Forrest Gump. I was running and running and running and running. I was running and running and running. The motherfucker is like a retard, right? He's like a fucking retard. And this Elena Books, this woman is the most arrogant, horrible bitch I've ever fucking seen. She should be nowhere near anything that claims to be ethical. What the hell is going on? It's like we live in, I keep saying, it's like we live in a fucking simulation, right? It's like we live in a simulation and we're out of the simulation, like we're looking at it from the outside. It's like a TV show, like the Truman Show. And these people that are on Markus Lanz, they still live in the simulation and they still think they're talking to a bunch of people that are in the fucking simulation. And it's not working. It's total BS. The only people it would work for are Markus Lanz's target audience, which are dumbass people that are stupid enough to vote for the CDU and still believe a fucking word these people or the government ever said. It's crazy, right? That's their audience. They could have at least convinced their audience, the last few dumb motherfuckers that are out there. They could have at least convinced them if Karl Lauterbach and this Books woman would have just said, look, we fucked up, we shouldn't use killer virus. We should have never said that the fucking vaccine had no side effects. And that would have been it. Those people would have been like, all right, that's cool, we're cool. Thank you, awesome, they admitted their guilt. Now they'll do something different next time. And they would have been like cleansed from the whole thing. That was their chance. Now instead, they go out there and fight about it, and Karl Lauterbach defends everything that he ever said about the vaccine, everything about the pandemic, the killer virus. That was the right phrase because blah, blah, blah. And you know what his big argument is? He told the other two guys that were being critical of them, he says to them, look, what we're doing now is again sowing mistrust in the vaccine and the government. We shouldn't be having this conversation. We can't continue to sow distrust in government and this vaccine. He said this too. He said this vaccine is the most best tested, best looked into vaccine in history. The Minister of fucking Health, people, right? The Minister of Health is actually sitting there saying that the COVID vaccine is the most secure, looked into, investigated, and scientifically tested vaccine in history. What are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. What? Oh my God, you can only laugh at these people. That's it. You can't take these fucking people seriously. The problem is, these people have power over our lives. That is unacceptable, people. That's unacceptable. That should not be the way it is. That is crazy, right? That's crazy. These people shouldn't be able to manage a fucking gas station, right? They should be fired. They should have to go, right? They shouldn't be given the opportunity to get on, and actually the point is for them to mea culpa for the dumb motherfuckers out there that believe any shit they say. No, and they still go against. They still sit there and say, no. We did better than most other European countries. We did. Economically, we did. Yeah, well, yeah, Germany did economically fucking fantastic. That's right, Karl Lauterbach. You sure know what you're talking about. They are trying to tell us things that aren't happening in front of our own fucking eyes. They're constantly trying it, right? We see something happen, and then you get the Karl Lauterbachs and the fucking Friedrich Merzers and all these fucking loser people, and they're coming on TV going, well, you didn't see what you just saw. That's not what that was. No, guys, the sky isn't blue. It isn't blue. It's like, aqua. It's aqua. It's not really blue. Get out of here, right? These people are completely ridiculous. Nothing they say should be taken to heart by anybody in this country ever again, right? And that includes the politicians that are now getting ready to take office. Fuck them too. No, these people are nuts, right? These people are absolutely nuts, okay? He says that look, guys, I'm sorry. People are paralyzed because of this vaccine. People are dead because of this vaccine, right? People have like giant heart problems, myocarditis problems, blood clot problems. thrombosis problems. There's all kinds of problems because of this vaccine, right? And no, we may not have known that right at the beginning, but we could have assumed there would have been some. You cannot, as a clear-thinking person, actually believe that there has now suddenly come a fucking vaccine on the market after 3 months, right? That is completely side effect free, according to the health minister. Yeah, that's probably true, right? Oh yeah, that's probably true. Every fucking pill, medicine, shot, everything has side effects. Every operation, every fucking pill, every fucking shot, every vaccine, they all have some side effects. This one happened to have catastrophic side effects. Not just a little, right? Not just a little. We know that, although it was the most scientifically tested. Bull fucking shit. That shit was tested for 2 weeks or something, right? They did try. Pfizer went to the European court or some shit and fucking talked about it. The woman said, no, we knew it wasn't gonna protect people from transmission, but we put it out there anyway and lied to everybody and said it would, right? And then this Books woman is talking about how many lives the vaccine saved. Really? How do you fucking know that? Right? They don't know that. They don't know how many lives it saved. Right? And they say just the opposite. They're like, well, we don't know how many people the vaccine actually killed. You know, it could have been something. It's long COVID, guys. It's long fucking COVID. Yeah, it's all long COVID. That's right. We buy it. We believe it, guys. Look, these people, oh my God. You have no idea the amount of hatred I have for these people, right? Is that schon mal Hassrede? Is that Hassrede, right? I hate these motherfuckers. I fucking despise these people. They're gross, horrible demons. That's what they are. Forrest Gump and Elena Books, the most arrogant fucking ethics bitch I've ever seen in my entire life. Right? It's supposed to go, we're the ethical commission. Oh, really? Yes, we're so ethical that we tried to force a vaccine on the bunch of fucking little children that never should have gotten it and didn't need it. That if you would have looked at the fucking deal at the time, you would have said, well, the risk of the vaccine outweighs the risk of COVID for children. Right? They knew that right away. Yet what did they do? They still tried to force it on children through schools, through whatever. Right? Here in Germany, they had whorehouses participate in this vaccine shit. It was like a free blowjob for a vaccine in Germany, right? You could go to a whorehouse, not all of them. You could go to some of these whorehouses and you would get if you got the vaccine, you would get like a freebie. Okay, what the fuck are they talking about? If the vaccine was so awesomely tested and so well functioning, you wouldn't need hookers to suck your dick to get it. You would get it, right? If COVID was that big a fucking problem, if it would have been like Ebola, people would have fucking lined up to get it. You wouldn't have need to suck their dicks to get it. Right? Sorry. Right? Get out of here. These people are utter liars. They're completely delusional. Like I said, we are living in a fucking simulation. And we're on the outside of the matrix, and they're in the fucking matrix. And they think they're dealing with people in the matrix. They are dealing with some that are in the matrix, but people like you and me aren't fucking listening to this shit to fucking take it seriously. I couldn't believe my ears. I thought, oh my God, well maybe we'll see them do at least a mea culpa, you know what I'm saying? This will probably be the program to kind of like give them their way out so that they're not fucking nailed to the cross later on, that they can apologize, mea culpa a little bit, and that's it, because Markus Lanz had to show it. You know, the same fucking people that caused all the problems are there excusing themselves, you know what I'm saying? They're investigating themselves and excusing themselves. And look, the other two guys on the program, great that they asked, you know, a good question and shit, but again, like I said, these motherfuckers were there at the time, and I didn't hear shit from them, right? I didn't hear them do shit. They didn't go against the narrative, absolutely not. Like I said, if they would have, they wouldn't be sitting there today, giving the opportunity under a structured format to be able to ask the questions that needed to be asked of these people that perpetrated this craziness, right? It's complete madness, people. I'm sorry. It's unreal. It's unreal. Look, you guys gotta watch it. It's crazy. These people are utterly delusional. It's madness. Watch it. Markus Lanz. Corona from the fucking 10th of April, 2025. Give it a look, guys. Hey, guys, If you want to get all of my stuff delivered directly to your inbox, all you got to do is subscribe to the Substack. On the screen, you see it. It's allaboutlogic.substack.com. It's allaboutlogic.substack.com. There, you will get all my content, including my articles. Nothing is banned or censored or removed there, so you can get it all there. You can subscribe for free or for $5 a month to support me. I'd greatly appreciate that. And we'll see you guys next week. I thought this would be a good one for you guys on Friday. You can have a laugh. Watch the fucking program after we're done here. I'm telling you, you're going to rip your fucking hair out, guys. Unbelievable.